It's back again, guys. The car that I really don't like, and I didn't want to see it again. And here it is, it's back again. But hey, that's okay, because the story behind this is amazing. Let's get started. So yes, this is Hoovies from Hoovies Garage. Well, actually not anymore. It's been transferred, it's been sold. But this is the 2000 Pontiac Firebird TransAm WS6. Heavily modified, basically a track car, race car now. You guys seen a video I did on this not too long ago, and I didn't hammer on it. I wasn't mean about it, but I just mentioned that really wasn't something that I would ever drive. Mrs. Wizard and I are definitely calm, more peaceful type people. We like good drivability. It can be fast, but it doesn't need to be obnoxious. And this thing is pretty obnoxious, but for the right person, it's beautiful. It sounds amazing. Hoovie actually used this in CarTrek. This is a CarTrek car, and Mrs. Wizard and I also have a CarTrek car, the 308, which has been moved, and there's some big plans for that I'm going to reveal soon. There'll be a video on that soon.
You moved it to the back line?
Yes.
But I want it done.
It is getting done.
I want my car.
It will be.
Okay.
So that means there's 2 CarTrek cars here in the shop, which is pretty amazing in itself. But the things listed in the previous video, there were some oxygen sensor issues, there was a leak on the rear axle, and a few other issues the new owner wanted addressed while it was here. And we've got those things taken care of. The bill is done. We're actually waiting for the customer to pick it up. But before it leaves, we want to do a video and show some of the things we fixed and the really cool story behind it. So Hoovie actually tried to sell this for quite a while before it currently sold. And it was very aggravating for him because he had a lot of deadbeat buyers. There were people, oh yeah, bro, I want that. Oh yeah, consider it sold, it's mine. So he says, okay, I got the title, you just go ahead and we need to get the money arranged and we can do this deal for you. Oh man, something came up, I ain't got the money. I have someone in the hospital or this or that. And it was excuse after excuse after excuse. Hoovie actually got very upset about it. He was getting very tired about emails about this car because nobody had the cash, seemingly. Everyone had the desire, but they didn't have the cash to go with that desire. But somebody did. The guy that bought this vehicle has been told, due to medical events or things that are going on in his life, he has a set amount of time left on this earth. I'm not sure about the details or how much time or what's going on, and really that's none of our business. But the thing is this person who bought this car has a set amount of time left on earth. And he had a bucket list. One of those things that he wanted to check off before his time was up is he wanted a WS6 Firebird. And when he got a hold of Hoovie, he said, I want that car, here's the cash. Unlike the other people, here's my desire, here's my cash, let's do the deal. That's how you buy a car. So you guys always joke in the comment section, they're like, Car Wizard, nobody really offers broken PlayStations. Why do you keep bringing that up? That's exactly what Hoovie went through on this deal. Will you take some broken dirt bikes? Will you take... No! Give me the cash, let's do the deal, stop pestering me. That's basically what happened. And like I said, this guy came along with the cash, and it is now transferred of ownership. The guy who just bought this also knew it needed some things. He watched the previous video as well, and he saw this needed to be done, that needed to be done, and he said, can you guys work on it before I come and pick it up? And I kind of thought about it, and it's like, you know what, for you, I'll work on it for you. That's no problem. We'll get it fixed. Just as when you buy any used car, most of the time it's not going to be immaculate and perfect. There's going to be a few items you're going to have to address and fix in the next 3 to 6 months of ownership. This customer was very cool with that, fully understanding. He said, hey, this is what I want done. Take your time. Let's get it all addressed. And then when you're done, give me a call and I'll have it picked up or I'll come pick it up. And the time has arrived. It's done. Now, can this car be taken to another level, or is there tons of other things that can be fixed? Yes, there is. But the customer said, I have the money to do these items and only these items. Do not do the other, don't go crazy. Just fix the things I told you to fix and no more. So that's what we did. So there's our WS6 engine. It's denoted by the little plate that's on the cylinder head here. It's a red plate. It says WS6. So there's lots of things on this engine that are specific to the WS6 package, one of them being the intake and a few other items. So one of the things the customer wanted added was a PCV catch can. We went ahead and added this one from Billet Technology. It ties in line with the PCV hoses here, as you can see, and the oil vapors that come out, it catches the oil inside of here instead of dumping it into the intake, which keeps the intake a lot cleaner. And once in a while he can empty at the bottom, empty the catch can and put it back into the oil fill and keep the thing from overfilling. So that has been accomplished. It went very well. That's done. The next thing he wanted done, as in the previous video, the radiator hoses were starting to sweat, actually sweating the coolant out of them. The rest of the hoses on this car were fine, but specifically the radiator hoses had issue. So there's a new one here, a new one over there, and also a new one down here. So we have all new radiator hoses and new antifreeze. We flushed the system, got all that old antifreeze out, and put new antifreeze in. So that's all we did up above in the engine bay. We'll close the hood and let's take a quick look around. There is the beautiful, iconic front end of the early 2000s Firebird. Everything's in pretty good shape here. There's a few little chips and things in the paint, but nothing serious. It does say 545 horsepower. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I haven't seen the dyno numbers, but it sure runs like it. It's very, very fast. It has some HP design wheels on it. And they look very tasteful. They look well. They look good on this car. Here's our WS6 TransAm badge on the side. As we go down the side, no damage, no dents, nothing caved in. Everything looks good on the back. Again, it's denoted here WS6 Performance Package. I always did like the honeycomb tail lights on these. They look really cool. Again, on this side, there is a little dent here. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. It's a little dimple, tiny little dimple. But again, there's no serious damage to this car. All in all, it's in really pretty good shape. Let's get this thing on the lift. So this thing, guys, is so loud. For the short distance we're going to go, I don't even want to hear it. Again, nothing against or knocking anyone that likes that stuff, but I just don't really care for it myself. That's only my personal opinion. I think I'll just push it forward. So I mentioned that this car was heavily modded, and you'll see as we go along that it definitely is. But a couple of things under here was the axle leak, and also there was some oxygen sensor wiring that was melted onto the exhaust. That was making it run really bad and stalling. We did get it fixed and it runs a lot better, but I still recommend it to the customer to get it tuned because of the things that have been modified, and I don't know what tune is in it right now. I believe it can be dialed in and run better, faster, and even stronger. Take a quick look at everything before it leaves here. Make sure there's no leaks going on the engine. Steering rack boots are nice and dry. Brakes are about half gone, but they're still good. Struts are dry. Brakes again half gone. Struts are dry. Sway bar is good. Nothing loose there. So no leaks going on the oil pan or anything. But you can see here, full-length race headers. This is what makes it so loud. One of the things that make it so loud. You can see here the oxygen sensor wiring, we kind of relocated. It's custom, so we kind of just routed it so it's not touching the exhaust anymore. This wiring here was repaired, but it was laying on top of the exhaust and just melting. Danielson repaired the wiring and rerouted it in a way that it doesn't lay on the exhaust anymore. Transmission is nice and dry, nothing going on there. There's a nice U-joint, nothing wrong. Massive exhaust going out the back. Someone mentioned in the comments of the last video that this is actually like a baffled chamber here that's added. That's the only sense of muffler that this car has, is the baffles that are in here. Hoovie mentioned before that when he would jump it and get air in this car, it would actually contact the exhaust. It made a clunking noise and he was concerned. What it ended up being is the actual exhaust. You can see where it was touching. And these pipes are so large, they're almost too large for this car. But that will be repaired in an exhaust shop. We don't really get into that here. So before it goes, we'll check these back wheels. Brakes are 50%, but they're still good. Shock looks fine. Sway bar link is present, not loose. Right here is a common leak on these. We thought it was a pinion seal or a differential cover gasket seal. It's actually where the weld is, where the axle tube goes into the differential carrier. We just had to clean it up and put some silicone because it seeps out of here and seeps all over the place. I've done a lot of those. It actually is a very common issue. Sway bar link over here is good. Shock is good. Brakes are 50%. Nothing loose there. So we got all the major issues fixed on this car the customer wanted to do, and it's ready to go. So let's get this thing on the ground. So I do like this generation of Firebird. I really like them. The only thing I don't like about this car is the major modifications that's been done to it. And the main reason for that is not because I don't like race cars or whatever, but because I'm so picky about drivability. Mrs. Wizard knows that I can drive a car and about 10 minutes later, I can tell you whether or not it's going to be a keeper. And it's very easy for me to drive a car like this and just go, nope, not happening. And this is definitely one of them. But does that mean it's the wrong car or a bad car that you shouldn't buy it? No. It's just not the right car for me. But just like I mentioned with the story with this customer, you got a bucket list, you got a set amount of time left. Why not get this Firebird you've always wanted, the loudest one, the fastest one, with CarTrek provenance? Why not? So based on that, I'm totally happy for this guy. I hope he really enjoys the car. We just fixed all the major problems with it. It is ready to do the biggest burnout you could ever imagine. So that's what this car is all about. I hope he does a big burnout, guys. Like smoke everywhere. So if you're curious what kind of tools we use to fix the items on this car, actually Danielson did. Check my Amazon affiliates link in the description below. We get a small cut and we really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button because there's many, many more cool videos to come. Thanks for watching.